Yeah, thank you. Now, if you remember, because all the three of you have been from the beginning, the inception of this ministry, the first time when we discussed about it, we first of all thought about a bereavement type of ministry. And eventually in our discussion, we found out that that is meant for people, those who grieve after death. And eventually we were discussing about, can we do something before death or during or immediately after and following after. That's the reason why we decided, starting with the wake, right? Go to the wake, go to the mass, and for at least 1 year, we keep in touch with the family, right? You remember that?
Yes.
Now, I remember personally that I did the service for your mother and your husband, right? Now, my question is, what satisfaction do you really have in this ministry?
I think, there are a lot of different things, but it's a combination of being able to give back to people to help support them when they're going through that loss. I've also been through that, so to be able to relate. We also are such a good tight-knit group of volunteers that if someone's going through loss themselves, we lean on each other, are able to talk to each other. And to know that we have that is really comforting. Because like I said, unfortunately, the majority of us in our group, since we've formed, we've all had a close family member pass away. So that's been a comfort knowing that we all are able to support each other.
And Susanna, I remember that one of your friend's husband died. You know, he was Jewish, and you asked in the group, how can we help? And we did help. Can you develop on that, please?
Yes, and the widow was very appreciative of that help. We offered meals and sort of invited her into, she was raised Christian, so we invited her to, be able to ask for help as well, because with a long sickness and, preparing for death can be difficult too. And it was, I think, comforting for her that we were able to, everybody really stepped up and, cooked and wanted to help. And it sort of became something we did for other people too. And I've seen it in town with others because it's a difficult thing, though death is inevitable. It's, a difficult reality for people. So you have to sort of be there for them in life too, to let them know that it's a cycle.
Yeah, it was good because, I felt at that time that we were extending the ministry to the people, those who really need. We will continue to do that. And Kathleen, probably you are the one who attended most of the wakes, if I'm right about it. So tell something about your experience with the wake and your satisfaction.
Going to the wakes, it almost is like a celebration of that person's loved one's life. So, and I even learned for my husband's funeral to take that to these other wakes and talk with the person and, have a conversation, not just how they're feeling, but tell me about this person. And it's amazing. And when you're younger and you don't have much experience with wakes, it can be a little nervous going into a wake and stuff like that. But I think that helped me feel more comfortable doing that and reaching out to the community and saying, hey, what can I do for you? It's a good feeling for yourself. You feel it right away. Your heart is just filled with all that love. So you feel that right away for that other person. And I think for them just to hear me say to them, hey, I'm here. I'll sit down. I'll be here for such and such time. Please come sit. And that's the gratification you get from that.
I should speak now because many people told me about your ministry because you go there with the emblem, right? I mean, how do we call this?
Pin, yeah.
Pin.
Caring
What
Hearts.
does it say?
It says Caring Hearts, and both, parish
Okay.
names on there, yeah? With the heart.
So when you go to a wake, usually people known to them, they go. Now, how do you introduce you? I'm coming from this parish, that is new to them. And there are many people told me they were very, very happy that the parish is caring for them, Caring Hearts, Because I told you on my part, usually people call me to anoint the sick, then somebody dies, then I go to the wake, say the mass, go to the cemetery, and that was it. Then the next will come. So that's why I told you that we should do from the parish. As a priest, I can do only this much. But we need a ministry that can be with people for some more longer. So I'm very, very satisfied with this ministry. This is one of the ministries in our parish close to my heart. Yeah. So we should be really, really happy about what we are doing. Now, in this case, we already spoke to our parishioners about this ministry. Now, supposing if somebody calls you on the phone and asks you, I would like to join the Caring Hearts, what input or inspiration can you give to that person?
Yeah, I would really lean on your own experience, and also don't be worried that you have to have all the answers. I think sometimes, even for all of us at the beginning when we started the group, we wanted to make sure, that we had the right responses and were trained. We had a beautiful, few-hour training from the diocese, which was a great foundation, but also just we're human beings and we're never going to say the right thing. So just knowing and being at peace with just being there and connecting with people is good, and we welcome volunteers to come join us for sure.
Suzanne?
Yeah, I think, as I was saying earlier, the meetings are a lot of fun. And I think for whatever reason you want to be part of it, whether it's just wanting to volunteer or a personal mission for yourself, it's...
and we have the meeting every
month.
Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a good way for us to connect. We all go through things in the years we've been together. We've had some major changes in people's lives, and if somebody wants to take that first step and just see what it's about, it may not work for them, but maybe it's a really good resource for them to get involved in other ways.
Oh, good. Kathleen?
I think it goes back to, again, how can we help? And I think a lot of people get not stuck, but what can I do when this person passes away? And I think, we want to invite people that want to almost serve others, serve their community, and feel proud of who they are, and be open-minded too. I mean, you can even help people. You learn even not even part of the parishioner. People outside, if they're just walking and you meet someone, then they share something with you, and that's how the word spreads. So I remember walking in Iverton. I think it was before COVID, when we didn't have to social distance, and I met someone in Iverton, and it just happened to be someone that knew someone in the parish, and said, hey, I heard about the bereavement group that you guys are part of and helping others through a friend. And oh my gosh, that was just such a lift. I'm like, how cool just to be walking and hear something like that versus walking into the church or being at a meeting and hear about. So that I would tell someone, if you want to be such a part of a special group, come on in. See what we're about, So I think, again, it goes down to personal, when your experience and that happens to you, you want to grab that and you want to see what you can do with that.
And Meredith, as the organizer of this group, now our people are watching and our parishioners are watching this. Would you like to say anything to our parishioners?
Sure. I would just want you to know about us as a group, that if and when you go through loss, that we're here to. Don't be afraid to reach out or welcome our support. And I understand everyone's journey with loss is different. And I hope that you will find solace in us and know that we're here along the way, even before loss, with supporting you and your family, and after that.
So, thank you very much. You are representing the Caring Hearts. And as I told you, I am very, very pleased with this ministry. And to the parishioners, these three people, they are doing not only this ministry, they are really involved in our parish. Now, after this pandemic, as we are all coming together, we are going to invite more people to get involved in the parish in whatever ministry you choose. And this is one of the best we have. Okay? So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And you have a nice day.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Bye now.